Have you ever looked inside someone's backpack and thought, wow, they really packed a lot? Well, mine is a little different because hidden inside my backpacks are things that make my vacation possible. Foldable crutches, a splint, compression band-aids, pain medication, cooling patches, things most people never have to think about. And honestly, for a long time, I just hated carrying them because I am a former backpacker and I travel as light as possible. I have the attitude I can buy whatever I need when I'm going outside. But because every single item that I am taking with me is reminding me that my body is not cooperating. But today, I look at them different. These aren't symbols of weakness for me anymore. They were a little bit of freedom. Because every one of these items helped me spend another hour inside Universal Orlando or Walt Disney World. Another evening watching the sunset, for an example, or one more ride before heading back to the hotel. So, today I want to show you the accessible items I never travel without to Orlando and explain why every single one has earned a permanent place in my suitcase or in my hand luggage. So hello everyone, and if you are new here, welcome. My name is Marina and I travel from Germany to Orlando for several times a year. I also live with a hidden disability caused by a fused foot. I have severe arthritis, chronic pain, and the newest addition is 2 fingers that I can't move anymore. That means I can still walk. But walking doesn't always mean walking comfortably. I can't use crutches the way I used to because of the situation that is going on in my hand. If you don't know, an e-scooter hit me and capsules are completely gone in 2 of my fingers. And it can maybe take up to 2 or 3 years to fully heal, or in some cases, this injury is never healing. Then, same accident, my meniscus of my right knee is gone, so we have a serious problem for the next vacation. So, as I said, I can still walk, but walking doesn't always mean walking comfortable, or safely, or without consequences later. Over the years, I've learned something important. Good preparation isn't about accepting the worst. It's about giving yourself the best chance to enjoy the vacation you've worked so hard for and you dreamed for such a long time for. So, let's talk about the things I'm taking with me. Item number 1 is, of course, I've talked a lot of times about them, my foldable crutches. Let's start with the item people are usually most surprised by. To be honest, before talking to my doctor and my rehab facility, I didn't even know that stuff like this exists. So I am grateful they gave me the hint and provided them to me. Because I don't use them every day. Sometimes they may stay inside of my suitcase or inside of my hand luggage the entire vacation. And honestly, that is the best case scenario. I would be happy every time this is happening. But knowing that they are there give me just confidence because pain isn't predictable. Maybe I twist my ankle stepping off a curb. Maybe I wake up with a flare-up. Maybe I simply, this has happened quite a lot, I overdid it the day before. Instead of ending my vacation, the crutches just allow me to adapt. That's something chronic pain teaches you. Hope for the best and prepare for the unexpected. Now let's talk about my item number 2, my splints. I have 2 for my foot and 1 for my knee. And this has saved several vacations at this point. Sometimes my foot becomes just unstable after hours of walking. The splint just gives me a little bit of extra support. It doesn't magically remove the pain, but it reduces movement where movement hurts. That can make the difference between ending the day at 2 p.m. or staying until sunset. Now let's talk about my item number 3, my compression bandage. I never travel without my compression bandages anymore. They are lightweighted, they take almost no space, and I had an incident that my broken or completely done foot started swelling during a long-haul flight during the middle of the flight. So the worst time possible. So I will never fly without them again. And they will give me, on top of it, extra support and just help me with the swelling and compression after a long day. So everybody is different, but for me, they are worth their weight in gold because I just love them and they are helping me. Item number 4, this is maybe the least surprising one. It's my pain medication. I usually don't take them, but I always let strong pain medication get subscribed by my doctor for those trips because I know I can handle it. I can push through the vacations, and it's the same with the crutches. It's good to know that they are there. So a pro tip, always keep them in your carry-on and never in your checked luggage because sometimes your suitcase is not arriving. Never ever put one of those items I am talking about in your check-in luggage. I'm talking out of experience. It's just the way it is. It's not the airplanes or the airlines' fault. Stuff like this is happening, and it's good just to be prepared. Now let's talk about my item number 5. It's about cooling gel and pain relief patches. Florida is hot, you know it. Walking all day is demanding. I always have with me a small portion of Voltaren gel just to keep handling the pain. And then I have also a cooling gel or pain relief patches that I can use in the evening or during the day when it's getting really, really bad. So the pain relief patches or Voltaren became just a part of my nightly routine. I shower, I stretch a little bit, maybe I hit the gym beforehand, and then I just put cooling patches and Voltaren up. Early bedtime, recovery is part of my vacation now. My item number 6, always taking with me my refillable water bottle. I don't mind buying my Gatorade or stuff like that, but it's always good just to have your bottle ready to go because you never know how long all the lines will be and you can just fill them up. So I fill them up constantly. Universal and Disney both make it easy because it's a law in Florida that you get provided with free water. It's one of the simplest things to do, but probably one of the most effective one. And my item number 7, my first trip, I am going to Walmart and buy those electrolyte tablets. This is something I learned through experience and doing a lot of CrossFit and stuff like that. Sometimes water isn't just not enough, especially after spending hours in the Florida heat. Electrolytes have become a small but important part of my travel routine. So my item number 8, comfortable shoes and a backup plan. People always ask me, what's the best shoes? And I only own at the moment 2 pairs because I need special pairs that are helping my foot rolling down. They are provided for my insurance, but sometimes I just love a day with good old Nike trainers or stuff like that. I don't buy shoes because they're fashionable anymore. I buy them that I can go and keep on traveling. I also bring a second and extra pair just in case my good pair is getting wet or damaged or stuff like that. So I always have a backup. Sometimes changing shoes halfway through the day can also change how my feet is feeling. So sometimes I just need to switch up my shoes and I am ready to go for another hour or 2. And item number 9, especially as I said on travel days, are compression socks. Long flights, long park days, and long bus rides, compression socks make a noticeable difference for me at least. I think everyone needs to try it out, because I know from a lot of people that they can't bear it, they are too hot and they are too restrictive, but for me, they are just working fine. And item number 10 is something I think a lot of people are taking with them to the parks. It's just a portable phone charger. This isn't just convenience. My phone contains my hotel reservation, but most of the time Surfside's the key card is getting you access to everything. Then there were the park tickets, mobile food ordering, emergency contacts. I hope I never need them. There were maps. There's the AAP on it. A dead phone isn't just annoying, it's also really stressful. So I always take my power bank with me, make sure that it's fully loaded each and every night, and I am good to go. Item number 11, I was struggling to take it with me for a long time, but now I'm just like, I just can't deal with stupid people and stupid advices and just the stress with it. I am taking my sunflower lanyard with me. This is one of the most misunderstood items I carry. I just connect it maybe to my launch fly or stuff like that. I don't wear it on my neck. I just have it attached somewhere on me. So it's not asking for special treatment. It simply communicates something many people can't see. That I may need a little extra patience. It maybe is just explaining why I'm using the AAP line and don't get someone just to say something stupid about it. It's just making my disability visible. Some people recognize it, some don't, and that's okay, but most of the cast members recognize it and they helping out without me asking for something. And I think this can save a lot of energy if you don't have to ask constantly for help. My item number 12 is healthy snacks. One of the biggest lessons I've learned, never wait until you're exhausted. And I just love my American food sometimes, but I need some fruits and healthy stuff and options. I love the watermelons at Universal, so I always carry snacks that are healthy and healthier option with me, because low energy and chronic pain, I can guarantee you this are not a great combination. So let's talk about my item number 13. It's my backpacking habit. There is something backpacking taught me. Every item has to earn its place. If I carry something, it needs a purpose. That philosophy has actually become even more important since I have developed my disability. Less weight means more energy. More energy means more memories. So always think about if you really, really need this item. I just love my toothless plush. I love taking him with me, taking picture with him. But most of the time I'm just like, it's just too annoying just to carry him around with me. Maybe I get him for my next Japan trip some of those invisible backpacks or see-through backpacks. He can sit there and I can carry him with me in this way. But this is an example for it's just too much energy wasted just to carry him with me. And this is something I love at Universal. When you stay on property, everything you are shopping, you can just send it straight to the hotel. And I think it's making a big difference for me. Now let's talk about my item number 14, which is really important for me. It's the Attraction Assistance Pass, or AAP. This isn't something that goes inside my backpack, but maybe, on my phone. My phone is going there, if you see it this way. But it absolutely belongs on this list. Using the AAP isn't about skipping line. I talked about it many times. It's about managing my energy. Standing still for a long period is often way harder for me than walking. The AAP helps me enjoy the parks without pushing my body beyond its limits. Now let's talk about the biggest lesson. If there was one thing I hope you take away from this video, it's this. Accessibility items aren't signs that you are giving up. I am still learning this lesson. They are tools. the same way you are using sunglasses or you help someone. And maybe it's the same like sunscreen that is protecting your skin. Or comfortable shoes help you walk. Hiking boots when you're going outside in the mountains. There was nothing embarrassing about using something that helps you enjoy your life. Years ago, I used to feel self-conscious about everything in this bag. I worried people would judge me. And now, I look at these items different. There is a reason I can still board the plane to Orlando. And a reason I can still spend a whole day exploring Universal Studios. There was a reason why I can still watch sunset from Stardust Racer. Or take one last ride before flying home. They don't limit my adventures. These items make my adventure possible. So if you ever felt guilty about using a mobility aid or packing accessibility equipment, please remember this. Your goal isn't to impress strangers. Your goal is to enjoy your own vacation. If a foldable crutch, a splint, a bandage, or any other accessibility aids help you create more happy memories, then it's worth the wait and it's worth packing them. Because at the end of the day, nobody else is living in your body. Only you know what it needs. So if you enjoyed today's video, I'd really appreciate if you subscribed or join our little community. So I am uploading videos every day and I try just to make traveling for people like us easier. Thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourself. I will see you in my next video tomorrow. Have a wonderful day and goodbye.